Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Horror Debate. I'm Michael Mandia, and with me, as always, Rowdy Jeff.
Feels good to be back, don't it, Mike?
We're always coming back.
I know, we leave, we come back. It's just to keep everybody guessing. But actually, the coolest thing about this whole deal
What is the
that
coolest
the reason
thing?
we came back,
Why?
emails. People writing in. People saying, hey, I don't laugh as much on Fridays anymore.
People actually give a crap about this.
They do. They
It's
love
actually
it.
funny.
That's awesome. That made me feel good, Mike. It had been a while. I've been thinking, we ought to get the debate back together again. We ought to do this deal. And our schedules are so busy half the time.
That's right. We're busy.
And but it ends up to be, it's a good thing. And then it's just, they emailed and I said, hey, Mike, check this out. Check out this email this person sent. And then I got another one that said, you know what? I don't laugh as much on Fridays anymore now that you guys are gone.
That's pretty funny.
And so I said, you know what? Just to make that dude laugh.
Cool.
I think it was a chick. Just to make that chick laugh. We're going to come back. We're going to do some more.
We really do read these emails you send us. It's very cool.
We do.
And also suggestions. Some people out there give us some suggestions to watch, and we do pay attention. So
And we always do them almost immediately, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you want to hear something, write in. Let us know what it is, and we'll jump right on it probably.
So here's one that by popular demand.
Well, I don't know about how popular, and I'm not even sure about the demand, but okay, it's a video game from 1982, Centipede.
Yeah.
No, wait, this is called the
I was wondering,
human.
what are you supposed to be? Are you supposed to be this lizard that's shooting your tongue at the centipede?
You're like this seed pod, I think, and you're supposed to be shooting like seeds or something. But I don't
never
know.
understood that.
I don't know. I still play it. I got it on the 360.
I know. I can understand the spider. That makes sense, and it looks
Yeah.
like a spider. Doodaloo, doodaloo,
Yeah.
doodaloo, doodaloo.
They redid it. They redid Centipede for the Dreamcast in 3D. No, I'm not kidding you. I
That
got
would be
it.
scary.
It's great. I love it when they go back. They redid Tempest and all these old games. I'm like in heaven over here. Cool. Reliving my childhood. Anyway, the freaking human centipede.
Uh-huh.
And that's not the official title. That's my title. The human centipede.
Yeah, people have been wanting us to do this
Well,
for a while.
And you know what? I probably would have never even known about it.
Oh, I do, because I'm twisted, and I
Well,
visit all these weird twisted
Yeah, you're on all the
websites.
depraved sites, Yeah. So, but you wrote me, right? You said,
Yeah.
hey, I just watched a beeped up movie.
You gotta
right?
see this.
And he
dude.
said, watch this junk, right? And little did I know it was literal.
I did not say junk. I did not say junk. I just said, dude, you have to watch this.
Wow. So anyway, I finally got
God,
around
that was
to
what,
watching
like
it.
6 months ago or
That was a
something
long
like
time
that.
ago,
Yep.
and I finally got around to clicking the link, and then the link didn't work, so I had to go find another place to watch it. By the time that happened, I saw where the Blu-ray was listed that it was coming out, and I said, oh, screw it. I'll just get the Blu-ray, because it's supposed to be the unrated director's cut, right?
Well, I don't think there ever was a rated cut of
Well,
this
okay, so
movie.
they sold me one by saying that, okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I went ahead and I got it, and I watched it last night.
And you're a better person for seeing
And
the
I can't
unrated cut. Huh?
I can't say I'm a better person for even buying the damn thing, to be honest with you. I mean, I honestly, I sat down with my wife. That was my first mistake.
Yeah.
My first mistake was I sat down with my wife to watch it. Hey, honey, check this out,
Let's watch this together. This is a perfect date movie.
Well, and she knew the premise, so she knew what she was getting into, right?
Yep.
So I said, okay, let's pop this on. Let's give it a go. Mike says this is a good flick, right?
I did not say it was a good flick.
But I had to say that in order to get her to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Great.
anyway.
So now she hates me.
Well, that's all right. So I pop it in, and an hour and a half or so later, we're both looking at each other a little bug-eyed, kind of going, what the hell was that? You know what I mean? It was one of those, I can't even believe I put that on my TV, right? But
your TV won't show any more movies after that. It said, what did you do to me?
But I can tell you this.
Tell me this.
I can tell you this. Here was her exact words. She said, there was no redeeming value in that piece of trash. Okay, that was what she said, okay? What I said was, the story was no good, okay? I didn't dig the story at all, okay? But what I did say was that, like, the main actor, Mr. Laser, that's what I call him because that's the coolest name you can give him.
Dieter Laser?
Who else has a last name Laser? I mean, that just kicks ass right there, right?
Well, maybe it's Lazar. You know, he is German.
Lazar?
Yeah.
Okay, that's like, okay, whatever.
I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, it's
you know
Laser.
I'm a big fan of those 60s and 70s, Boris Karloff and Vincent Price movies and stuff. I love mad scientist movies. This is a classic mad scientist movie. He's a mad, crazy SOB, and I was just loving him.
Please remove the word classic. Please remove the word classic.
Okay, I meant
vintage style.
Vintage style.
Yes. I know what you're saying.
He's a mad scientist, and of course, kind of like Dr. Frankenstein,
right?
And just brought up into the modern era where we have no censorship problems whatsoever.
But what I was going to say was,
he was creepy, wasn't he?
What a physical actor this guy is. Could you get any more creepy than that dude?
I know.
I almost ran out the room. Those scenes when he sat there and he looked at the camera. And he's just kind of, his face looked like it was like blowing up like in 3D or something.
Okay, for those of you who are listening to this, odds are you know the plot.
Well, let's go over it anyway, because there's going to be that one person that says, I don't even know what the heck you're talking about. So you got these two chicks. And they're driving out in the middle of, where is it, Germany?
Yeah.
They're driving out in the middle of Germany.
American teenagers don't go
They're going out
driving
to party.
They're
looking for a nightclub, right? They're calling places at first, saying, hey, can you get us in, blah, blah, blah. They get in the car. They're rolling out in the middle of freaking nowhere in Germany. And the chick blows a tire in her VW.
Uh-huh. And, of course, teenage girls, look, dads out there, teach your daughters how to change tires. It's not that difficult.
Well, and you had to love the guy that pulled up next to him that was going to help him, right? I mean, this guy, he was giving him every gesture in the book going, hey, talking in German, or whatever. And they're trying to look up the words in the dictionary to figure out what he's saying. And she goes, oh, I think he said F. He said F. Roll the window up. Roll the window. So it's this big, fat, ugly dude, right, that just drove up alongside him,
Das Boot.
Yeah, so anyway, he drives off, and they decide, well, instead of sitting here because it could be dangerous,
let's go wandering off to the last house on the left house.
Exactly.
Right.
By the way, Mike, I do live on the last house on the left.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Right down our cul-de-sac. We are the last house on the left. But anyway, so they come to Laser's house, right?
And he opens up the door and, oh, hello.
And he thought it was Christmas.
Yeah.
Did you see the look on his face?
I know.
He was like, oh, my God. So, I've been given gifts, and he lets him in and says, yes, I will call the emergency vehicle, so forth, so on.
Did you notice all the pictures on his walls?
Yeah, creepy.
Very creepy.
Yeah.
A little foreshadowing there, but you got to be paying attention to the little details.
So what happens is, they come in to sit down. He offers them a drink of water. He goes to get the drink of water, and while he's in there putting a date rape drug in the water,
Roofie.
He's talking like he's on the phone going, hey, we need an emergency vehicle out here, blah, 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 right? He's drugging their water, brings it back into them. They start sucking down the water because they're thirsty, right? And in the meantime, he's sitting there going, oh, just a matter of time, right? He's waiting for him to go out, right? So his whole dream, to back up a little bit, is to create the human centipede. And what that is, I'm going to be very delicate here. What that is basically three people chained from their lips to the other person's anus. Okay?
And they're not chained. They're surgically attached. Surgically attached.
So,
I know a few people whose lips are surgically attached to some people's anus.
Yes.
I won't mention any names.
And I deal with them every day, Mike. So, anyway.
That's probably where Tom Six got the idea. The director's name is Tom Six.
Hey, is that any relation to Nicky?
I think so.
I think this guy OD'd before he wrote this.
But I mean, seriously, he probably was talking to someone and said, man, you got your lips firmly implanted on this guy's. Ding! I got an idea.
Well, we were just talking about that. We were going, who thought of this? And why did they think of this? This is so far-fetched. Now, I want to say this, though, because...
Did you notice the photo of his dogs at the beginning?
I know. He's sitting there rubbing the photo. He's petting the photo. I'm like, wait, this guy is sick, but I like it. I'm liking it.
You're liking it.
I'm like, well, I liked this character. Laser is badass. I like that guy. I mean, he was on a 70-inch screen. You want to run the hell out the room.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's a freaky dude, right?
He was great.
I mean, you know, but okay, so anyway, what I wanted to say was about this guy. He's a great physical actor, and he's got the deepest voice.
He's just got evil German scientist.
And it's
he's beautiful.
Oh, it's just oozing out of him, right? So he saved this movie from being a complete, utter disaster.
Oh, yeah, this movie could have, I don't want to say this movie could have been total trash, because I'm sure a lot of people out there are already saying this movie is total trash.
Yeah.
But I mean,
well, Roger Ebert's won.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, he gave it, what, a 0?
Well, Roger Ebert's old.
Well, true.
You know.
But you have to admit, Mike. I mean, come on now. You're sitting there watching it going, okay, I kind of agree with the wife on that a little bit. I mean, what is the redeeming quality of something like this?
It made you laugh.
Well, a little bit, but mostly it made me sit there and go, that dude's creepy.
I know. You were enjoying the fact that this dude was so twisted and demented, and this guy was chewing up the scenery.
Yeah.
I mean, it was beautiful.
Oh, man. So
he took the role and ran with it.
I mean, I don't want to give away anything, but, you know, the surgery happens, you know, and it's a little disgusting as it's happening. You're sitting there squirming in your seat, you know, a little bit, and then you see their end result, and you're like, oh, man.
The third part was this guy who doesn't speak a word of English.
Hey, that Japanese guy was awesome.
Japanese guy was
he was
great.
awesome.
I thought it was a perfect sense of the only person who could speak, whose lips were not attached to anything, couldn't speak a word of English anyway.
Yep.
He's all out.
Why do you think you put him in the front?
Exactly.
Yeah. The guy would have had too much fun being attached to one of the chicks' butts,
No,
right?
probably.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought the actor was great when he's on front, and so because this scientist creates a centipede, now he's teaching them tricks.
Yeah.
And so he takes them into the backyard and he's teaching them.
Like a dog!
Yeah, exactly. And so he's like, here, pick up the newspaper. And so the Japanese guy's getting all mad at him.
Spits it out, says, no, I'm not going to do, you know?
And then he just sits there. And I was thinking the same thing when this happens. Uh-oh. And he just looks. And even though it was in Japanese, you could tell what the guy had to say. And he was, I'm sorry.
By the facial expression.
Yeah, his expressions were priceless. I was just going, oh, no.
See, and that's the thing, is the physical acting in this was actually really good. Now, the chicks, they couldn't act their way out of a paper sack. Before they got attached, I was so happy they got attached because everything they said was so trite and so bad.
Yeah, they were bad. It's a good reason why. That's why he probably did it, to shut them up.
Yeah, because it was terrible. You know, I mean, when they were calling the hotel, it was just so like red. The lines were just red.
Right. I hate to say it, the movie really. I don't want to say the movie was pedestrian and boring until Dieter walked into the screen.
Yeah.
Then, to me, the movie ramped up.
Then it picked it up some. You know, it's still slow. It's still plotting, but it
I didn't think it was slower plotting.
But it works.
I was loving it. Yeah.
It works. It works for this style of movie.
I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I had to see everything. It was like, oh my God, this is great.
Well, and I've heard comparisons, and I even compared it myself a little bit to like a Reanimator kind of deal.
Exactly.
Which you know, it isn't silly in the sense that you're not laughing all the time. Maybe you are, but but I mean, we're not laughing all the time. But Reanimator, you know, you're chucking it up with 10 of your best buddies and drinking some beers. And,
right.
But this is not that movie.
No.
This
is a little more serious.
This is like you're squirming, dude. I watched this, like I said, on a 70-inch screen. This thing was shot beautifully. It was shot beautifully, dude. Yeah. I mean, in the high definition, because I got the Blu-ray, like I said, in the high definition, it looked amazing. I was looking at the colors going, wow, and this is an IFC film.
Yeah.
And these guys do better than the big studios by far on some of this stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know? Because they're unrestricted for the most part. They can do what they want. Can you imagine going to Paramount and going, we want to attach 2 chicks to this guy's anus? What do you think? You know, could I get 15 mil for that? You know? I mean, no. You know? I mean, but I think a lot worked in this film. The problem is that a lot didn't work. And
what didn't work?
Well, Mike, the subject matter, first of all, is going to turn a ton of people off.
Yes. Okay.
Number 2, the acting was dreadful.
Except for
by
Dieter.
The 2 girls, except for Dieter. The Japanese guy was pretty cool.
Japanese guy was great.
You know who I love, too?
So there's only 4 people in this movie, basically.
You know who else I love?
The cop?
The cops. I love the cop. Now, I'm not going to give it away at the end, but the second cop, the one who doesn't say anything, I love that dude, man. I want to party with that guy.
Okay, so bottom line, you enjoyed yourself.
No.
Jesus
I certainly did not enjoy myself. I sat
you
there.
were saying, you just were laughing, saying you
I
love this,
sat
you
there,
love that, you love this.
I was so disgusted, Mike.
I know.
I was
you know
disgusted.
what? Okay, so you were disgusted, but you enjoyed yourself, and so you felt bad that you
No,
enjoyed
I didn't
yourself.
enjoy myself.
You felt dirty.
I did feel dirty. I absolutely felt dirty, and I had a bad taste in my mouth, literally, almost the entire movie. It was like,
Were you surgically?
I was like, no, man.
I bet the chick had a bad taste in her mouth.
But like I said, I'm going to give it some merit because I don't think I've seen a lead character do what Dieter did. You know, I mean, it was just perfect for this movie.
Yeah. That's the whole thing to me. That I wasn't so disgusted because this was so far out of the park.
Oh yeah.
And it was just so outrageous. I couldn't take it seriously. So that's why I was just enjoying myself.
But there was that brooding tone.
Him.
There was a major brooding tone over this movie. It was heavy. It felt heavy to me.
Almost like that hostile kind of theme to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't all laughter and not laughter. There's no laughter in Reanimator, but I mean, come on. There was a lot of lighter points that lifted Reanimator up, and this I do agree.
This did not get
had the foot aiming towards Hostel, but still I had a blast. I mean, I expected it to be gross and twisted and sick and twisted, and actually,
well, you got what you wanted, Mikey.
I got what I wanted, and actually Dieter brought it up to me. I enjoyed watching this film. No way in hell am I going to be stupid enough to let my wife see.
Yeah. Well, you know, we watch everything together pretty much, you know. So.
But no, I had a blast watching it. I thought the cinematography was great. I liked the music.
Yeah.
I liked the set. The house was a cool house.
It was beautifully shot.
Great.
The house was fantastic. The set was great.
Even the concept of having that spiral staircase in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the movie, you'll see it plays a part in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Talk about sterile. Did you feel
that house was
sterility
so sterile.
of?
Yeah.
Oh man, just that added to the creepiness factor. This guy was obviously, yes, I'm gonna say it. This guy was obviously anal about the way his house looked.
There's a reason why he had no girlfriends.
God, you can
right,
make a million puns on this movie, but
okay. So bottom line is though, did you enjoy yourself? You laughed.
I can't say I enjoyed myself.
Was it well made?
It was definitely well made. I think they knew what they were doing. They had the most ridiculous setup, but they knew what they were doing, and that made it into something.
Yes.
Because I would have bombed the hell out of this movie, Mike.
Oh, exactly.
I would have bombed the hell out of it, but I'm not gonna because of Dieter, who deserves a star on his own.
Mm-hmm. And he was great. He was the whole movie.
The set and basically just everything about how it was shot was beautiful. So I'm actually going to give this 2 stars against my better judgment. You know, I'll probably get punched later for it. Mm-hmm. But, you know, the bottom line is it's not complete trash. It's still a piece of art. It's just... It's
art that makes you feel dirty.
It's art that makes you feel real dirty.
It appeals to the dark and twisted corner of your brain.
Yeah.
You know, the part that you hide and don't show nobody.
Oh. Dude, I was reading... Eli Roth said he actually got sick watching this film.
Cool.
Said he actually got physically sick.
This is the movie that you watch when your wife takes the kids out to her parents' house for dinner and you're home all alone.
And you should be eating like a brown soup while you watch this film. Brown chunky soup.
This is definitely a movie to watch in the privacy of your own home with nobody else around. I loved it. I had a great time. 3 stars.
3 stars. Wow, Mike.
Like I said, it was well made.
Yeah.
It could have easily been crap.
I was shocked at how well made it was. I was shocked.
You know.
Yeah.
So I had a great time.
Perfect. Well, you know what? Watch at your own risk.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to say this. Can I just say this real quick?
Say this real quick.
There is an additional scene on the Blu-ray that is so freaking hilarious that it should have been in the movie. Now, when Dieter finishes up the Centipede and he's got him in the living room for the first time and he's admiring his work, he's walking around it going, "Ooh, look at that,
nice." Yeah.
You know. It's like you got a new car and he's looking it over, you know, on shining it up a little bit, right? So he's looking around and he's so happy with himself that he starts gyrating and like throwing like random fists in the air and doing like some kind of disco dance weird thing. And the scene lasts, I swear to you, at least 45 seconds of this. And there's no sound except for the ladies screaming and the Japanese guy going, ah, you know, but he's in the foreground dancing. And because he's such a
kind of like Tom Cruise in that that movie with where Robert Downey Jr. is a white guy playing a black guy playing a white guy playing a black guy.
I know what you're talking about.
Tropic Thunder.
Okay,
Tropic Thunder.
Right.
Yeah, when Tom Cruise starts doing the weird dance.
Dude, it lasts for so long. I'm sitting there laughing. I literally, that's the only time I laughed through this whole film. I laughed at that scene because he was just like, you can imagine if like a nerd won $1 million. That is what it looked like. It was the funniest physical thing I have ever seen, dude. Classic acting.
Okay, so the bottom line is, if you are a normal person, you will hate this movie and be repulsed. But if you're sick and twisted, like us, you'll have a good time.
Well, again, I kind of agree with the fact that there's not much redeeming here. But just because of the way it was done and because of Dieter's performance, there is something to be had there. But story-wise, man, couldn't get much more depraved.
This movie, I enjoy seeing something I've never seen before.
And I was just going to say that.
This movie showed me something I've never seen before.
I was just going to say that. We complain about movies being so cookie-cutter all the time. Yeah. And then when
that's what I mean. 3 stars for this. I gave it a star.
And then when something comes out that really breaks the mold and you're sitting there going, oh, my God, who thought of this, you know? Unfortunately, it was so disgusting that, whatever.
People's instincts are to trash it, but it's like, wait a second, you asked for this.
Yeah, you wanted something different. You gotta say it's different.
It's different.
Anyway,
all
man.
Right, so
I'm sticking with my 2 stars.
That's okay.
I see where you're coming from.
Yep.
But yeah.
All right, 2 and me, 3 for me. All right, I'm Michael Manning. He's Rowdy. Jeff, we'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate. Our wives are going to kill us.